Hare Krishna. Chapter 1. Observing the army on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Bhagavad Gita in English. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudeva Paraveda Vasudeva Paramakha Vasudeva Parayoga Vasudeva Parakita Vasudeva Paramya Vasudeva Paratapa Vasudeva Parodharma Vasudeva Paragati Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kanschanur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesh Gopya Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Gaura Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girvar Dhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvar Dhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvar Dhari Yashodanandan Brij Jan Ranjan Yamuna Tira Vanchari Yashodanandan Brij Jan Ranjan Yamuna Tira Vanchari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dhritarashtra Vacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samvetayutsava Mamaka Pandavaseva Kim Kuruvatu Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra Vacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samvetayutsava Mamaka Pandavaseva Kim Kuruvatu Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra Vacha. King Dhritarashtra said, Dharma Kshetre, in the place of pilgrimage, Kurukshetra, in the place named Kurukshetra, Samveta, assembled. You Sava, desiring a fight. Mamaka, my party sons. Pandava, the sons of Pandu. Cha and Eva, certainly. Kim, what? Kurvata, did they do? Sanjaya, O Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? Purport. Bhagavad Gita in the widely read theistic science summarized in the Gita Mahatmya, glorification of the Gita. There it says that one should read Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly with the help of a person who is a devotee of Sri Krishna and try to understand it without personally motivated interpretations. The example of clear understanding is there in the Bhagavad Gita itself, in the way the teaching is understood by Arjuna, who heard the Gita directly from the Lord. Someone is fortunate enough to understand Bhagavad Gita in that line of disciplic succession without motivated interpretation, then he surpasses all study of Vedic wisdom and all scripture of the world. One will find in the Bhagavad Gita all that is contained in other scriptures, but the reader will also find things which are not to be found elsewhere. That is the specific standard of the Gita. It is the perfect theistic science because it is directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. The topics discussed by Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya as described in the Mahabharata from the basic principle for this great philosophy. It is understood that this philosophy evolved on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, which is a sacred place of pilgrimage from the immemorial time of the Vedic age. It was spoken by the Lord when he was present personally on this planet for the guidance of mankind. The word dharma, kshetra, place where religious rituals are performed is significant significant became on the battlefield of Kurukshetra the Supreme Personality of Godhead was present on the side of Arjuna. Dhritarashtra, the father of the Kurus, was highly doubtful about the possibility of his son's ultimate victory. In his doubt, he inquired from his secretary Sanjaya, what did they do? He was confident that both his sons and sons of his younger brother Pandu were as assembled in the field of Kurukshetra for a determined engagement of the war. Still, his inquiry insignificant. He did not want a compromise between the cousin and brothers, and he wanted to be sure of the fate of his sons on the battlefield because the battle was arranged to be fought at Kurukshetra. Which is mentioned elsewhere in the Vedas as a place of worship even for the denizens of heaven. Dhritarashtra became very fearful about the influence of the holy place on the outcome of the battle. He knew very well that this would influence Arjuna and the sons of Pandu favorably. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight with did they do? Purport. Bhagavad Gita is the widely read atheistic science summaries in the Gita Mahatmya. Glorification of the Gita, there it says that one should read Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly. Scrutinizingly with the help of a person who is a devotee of Sri Krishna and try to understand it without personally motivated interpretations. The example of clear understanding in here, in the Bhagavad Gita itself, in the way why the teaching is understood by Arjuna, who heard the Gita directly from the Lord. If someone is fortunate enough to understand the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita is art of Shanti Purva of Mahabharata, consisting of 700 sloka, out of which 5.74 sloka are spoken by Lord Sri Krishna Bhagwan. These sloka are seed of spiritual life. These can be understood or implanted under the direction spiritual master of a repute Vaishnava, master of Vaishnava Sampradaya, the Kauravas had association of many great saints, but they never took Krishna consciousness. In Kurukshetra, where the battle was fought, is also farm Dharmakshetra, where lot of rituals were being performed. And he wanted to be sure of the fate of his sons on the battlefield, because the battle was arranged to be fought at Kurukshetra, which is mentioned elsewhere in the Vedas as a place of worship. Even for the denizant of heaven, Dhritarashtra became very fearful about the influence of the holy place of the outcome of the battle. He knew very well that this would influence Arjuna and the son of Pandu favorable, because by nature they were all virtues. Sanjaya was a student of Vyasa, and therefore by the mercy of Vyasa, Sanjaya was able to envision the battle field of Kurukshetra. Even while he was in the room of Dhritarashtra, and so Dhritarashtra asked him about the situation on the battlefield. But the Pandava and the sons of Dhritarashtra belong to the same family, but Dhritarashtra mind is disclosed herein. He deliberately claimed only his sons as gurus, and he separated the sons of Pandu from the family heritage. One can thus understand the specific position of Dhritarashtra in his relationship with his nephew, the sons of Pandu, as in the paddy field the unnecessary plants are taken out, so it is expected from the very beginning of these topics that in the religious field of Kurukshetra, where the father of religion, Sri Krishna, was present, the unwanted plants like Dhritarashtra's son Duryodhana and others would be wiped out, and throughout the religion, persons headed by Yudhishthira would be established by the Lord. This is the significance of the word Dharma, Kshetra and Kurukshetra. Apart from their historical and Vedic important. Hare Krishna. Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, this great Gita science, we can learn from here. There are two previous Acharya taught that there are two kinds of people. One is Arjuna and others are Duryodhana party. So this fighting was not ordinary. This war was dharma, spiritually, and dharma kshetra. So we can understand from this Vedic science that whenever will be there are brother or friends also, if someone will follow to Arjuna, Panduputra Arjuna side, Yudhishthira Pandu, then they are following truth path spiritually and truth path. So any village, country, territories, if they will live with following dharma, about dharma path, they can live peacefully and nicely. But if other person, other party will be similarly like that Duryodhana, then there will be always fighting. Because Duryodhana, they don't eat their self because they want to throw Panduputra to out from there. Still when Dhritarashtra, as everybody knew that Dhritarashtra was blind, that was naturally. Blind is not bad. But after Dhritarashtra had been greedy about his sons, Duryodhana and all sons, he think that kingdom was actually Pandu. Pandu was king from Hastinapur, but he had passed away. Then Dhritarashtra had been king. And this Pandu, they think that even not only Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra is pointing them, Dharma Kshetre, Kuru Kshetre, Samoyeta Yusva, Mamaka Pandavas Cheva, Kim Kurvata Sanjaya. He telling that Kuru, Dhritarashtra is calling his son, telling him Kuruvans, and he was talking for Panduputra Pandav, Panduputra and Pandav. Dhritarashtra made them away. And he's talking, only thinking about his own son. Even Duryodhana was very proud. Not only proud, he was ignorance and many things. He think that he is king's son, so he can do anything. He was not thinking that this Pandu was his father, brother, sons. He think that these people are, if they had not father, only Dhritarashtra is king, so these people can go anywhere for austerity. And after asking, they ask that, okay, if you don't want to give us, then you can give us some 5 villages. But Duryodhana was not ready. That's it became. So, but with this, Dhritarashtra was thinking maybe, Panduputra were, in dharma, following dharma path. So Dhritarashtra wants from his heart or thinking, maybe Arjuna and Panduputra, they will left Kurukshetra, that battlefield, and they can go even for begging or anything, but they will think that yes, we will not make war, and we will go away. What thinking? But Panduputra were in their dharma path. They first asked. After, when Duryodhana was not ready, even Dhritarashtra was not ready, they insulted Queen Kunti, and they had in Kurukshetra battlefield. But then Lord Sri Krishna Lord Sri Krishna had taught, preached to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. And Arjuna was not ready first, but after slowly he will be ready. So that's why. Dharma Kshetre, King Dhritarashtra said, Dharma Kshetre, place of pilgrimage, Kurukshetra, in the place named Kurukshetra, Samveta, assembled Yutsava, desiring to fight. Hare Krishna. Stop.